Alright, hello everyone. This is my first YouTube video. I'll be reviewing my 1999 Honda 400 EX. This will be the first of hopefully many videos to come along, not only on this, but my 02 Honda VTX 1800 and my pickup, which is a 2009 Dodge Ram 1500. As you can see, I had the battery charger on my bike. Of course, it is winter here in Montana, and it was 20 below yesterday. So of course, I'm not going to be taking that out at all for any time soon. But I will be taking the quad out. But to start with, some stuff I've done to it over the past 2 years. I started throwing some stuff on it last year. It was bone stock when I got it 4 or 5 years ago. The previous owner, I don't know, I think it was their son, or one of them, rolled it. So first thing was lower control arm down here. It is a used one, and it does not match in color. So someday I will eventually repaint the frame. And then I'm sure I'll upgrade to the 450R shocks as well for a better ride. Other things I've done to it, aftermarket lug nuts, help with styling. They make it look a lot better, a lot cleaner. And then along with those, I also put on the new gas cap with a different breather hose. I had new tires put on it last year. These are the Ambush. I don't know the size. I know the rears are an inch taller and an inch wider than what I was running before. But I was long overdue for an upgrade on tires because we had them ground flat. And then of course you got the Pro, or the Alba Pro Elite Nerf bars here. There's been mixed reviews on them. I've seen people don't like them. I do, as long as I don't hit a rock. Of course that goes with anything. They seem to be pretty sturdy though. I like the way they look. It was a huge upgrade from the OEM ones that were the foot pegs that were on there. I don't know how many times my foot slipped off and got run underneath the rear tire there from hitting a bump or something. The new upgrade today was the Tusk front bumper, which I guess from reviews on that too, it's not too sturdy, I guess. I'll find out, I'm sure. But it wasn't too expensive, so I'm not too worried if I break that. Of course, it is meant to help if you do hit anything, so you're not bending your control arms and stuff like previous owners did. Along with when they rolled it, they also bent the handlebars. So I put MSR bars on it last year and then replaced them this year with tag, which these seem to be a lot better quality. And they have numbers down here on the lower bar, so you can line it up vertically and from side to side, make sure you're centered. And that is also why I ended up getting the new gas cap, not just for looks, but the breather hose that was on there before, it didn't have a place to go anymore since that plastic piece that went on the OEM bars was removed. See, I did put air guides on it as well to help with airflow, keep the engine cooler. I do have a lot of idle time in first gear when we're chasing cows. Of course, they're not the fastest animal in the world, so you're not running a decent enough speed to get up there. I did have to modify a little bit. Right here, I trimmed the plastic so it fit flush, and then this bracket back behind here is not attached where it's supposed to be, down there on the bottom bolt. So I'll probably just replace that with a nut eventually. That's all I had at the time. I haven't got nuts for it yet. But as far as the air guide, it does a decent job at actually replacing that bracket for support. And I think that was kind of the concept behind it. I'm pretty sure I didn't read the instructions, I just knew where they went when I put it on, so I'm sure they probably said get a new nut for when you do that, because it doesn't fit up against over there. It does a decent job at supporting the plastics. Another thing I did last year was new rear grab bar, 6-back rack. I like it for the leverage. It's been quite a bit better help than the OEM bar there. It just sticks out so you can get under it a little bit more. I did move the tail lights, or the tail light, but I have two now. You couldn't see the OEM one back underneath there anymore, so I moved it out here. I guess just a safety thing if we ever go on the trails like Benbow and Lions Back, which is 5 miles here outside of Glendive, Montana, and Benbow, which is clear over by Fishtail in the mountains. That's pretty good riding up there. When I did put this rear grab bar on, I ended up moving the toolkit and cutting off the bracket there, which I'm sure you've seen is now up front underneath here. I just reuse the old bracket to pinch it up against there. It's not the greatest. I'm sure I'll replace it with a U-bolt someday or find a better spot to put it. But I like having my toolkit. Never know when you're going to need it. And I also keep registration in there if we're ever cruising around town or whatever. As far as stuff you can see, that's about it. Also today I put on this guy, Lex MXE aftermarket slip-on exhaust. My old exhaust was pretty much shot and rusted, so it was time to go. And I'll eventually replace the exhaust pipe here, the header, just to help out with performance. And I did put on a new air filter, aftermarket one, Unai, however it's pronounced. And then down here I have an aftermarket chain guard. That's from Alba. I didn't replace the outer one. I'll eventually get to it. But with the exhaust and the aftermarket air filter, I put a jet kit in it. The main jet is now a 146. That was all designated in the instructions from the elevation that we're at, which is pretty low. We're at 2,500 feet here in Glendive, and then that's about, Lions Back is no different. I think it only goes up 100 feet in elevation over there. So just hill climbing, trail ride and stuff like that. Pretty dry area, so I don't have an open lid on the air box or anything. Jet kit was super simple to install. The hardest part was taking all the plastics off, which I'm used to, because I used to be an auto body guy. But now work in the oil field here in the Bakken. No, pretty easy job. As long as you read the instructions, you can understand really, really well how to do everything. They keep it pretty clear. DynoJet did a really good job with their instructions. This thing's running better than it was before I ever had to do anything to it. I would fire it up, let you hear it, but it doesn't do it any justice, because I'm just using my iPhone here to do the recording, and it doesn't pick up the sound very well outside of my voice. That's about everything I've done to it so far. There will be future upgrades. I'm sure I'll be doing more videos showing those, like new airbox, the aluminum one for the battery relocate, new oil filter, or oil can, I guess, with the holes in it, the aluminum one with the holes in it, so it helps with cooling, and that'll all go with a bore kit and a new bottom end with reverse, since 99 to 04 did not have reverse, which I'd love to have. There's been plenty of situations I've been in where I wished I would have had it, regretted buying this old of a quad. But I do like this quad. It's super reliable, treated me very well over the past 5 years. Yeah, couldn't go wrong with it at all. Eventually I'll probably upgrade, get something different. I'm kind of looking at Can-Am Renegades. Of course, just for the 4x4 function they also have. This is my Honda 400EX. I hope you've all enjoyed the video. And I hope to get a few more videos up here shortly. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll answer any questions you guys might have. Thanks for watching.